Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. If you remember recently I've done a video on 3 YouTubers that you should follow, and in that video one of the first persons that I recommended that you should follow is Ankur Warikoo, and I gave my reasons as to why his content is absolutely fantastic. And when he announced that he's coming up with a book and it's going to release soon, I was very excited, and I was pretty sure that at some point in time I'm going to buy that book, digest it as much as I can, and share my thoughts. And here I am. I've finished reading Do Epic Shit by Ankur Warikoo. I happened to get it a couple of weeks back. It took me 2-3 weeks to finish this. And at the back of this book, there's a very interesting quote that's mentioned. It says, 3 relationships that define almost everything that happens to us in our lives. The relationship we have with money, the relationship we have with time, and the relationship we have with ourselves. If you think about it, if there is one thing that all of us crave for as human beings, it is having freedom. And when you have good relationship with money, time, and yourself, you will have freedom. With that, I'll get to what are my thoughts after reading this book and how did I find this book. He has broken down the entire book into 6 various, I would say, chapters or sections, where he penned down his thoughts on these various aspects. So he talked about success and failure. He talked about habits. He talked about awareness. He talked about entrepreneurship. He talked about money, and he talked about relationships. And if you look at this book, it's more like Ankur's journal, which was penned down over a long period of time, where he pen down his thoughts on these various topics, and he's probably done a lot of self-reflection in terms of what are these thoughts and what they mean and how they're reacting and how he is reacting to those thoughts. So it's a pretty interesting book, I would say. And the good thing about this book is you need not start on page 1 and end at page, the last page. You not go in a sequence. It's a book which you could pick up on any given day, randomly open any particular page, read through it, digest the content that's there, digest what is written on it, and take some time out to reflect on it, and go to any other random page. So that's the beauty about this book. I mean, there is no particular sequence that you have to follow in order to finish this book. And I especially love books like this, and I would definitely recommend all of you guys to read another book. It's a journal of a Roman emperor by name Marcus Aurelius. The name of the book is Meditations, where he had penned down his thoughts on various aspects about life in general. So it's pretty much on a similar fashion, but highly recommended. Do check out that book. And since it's a book where Ankur spoke about his relationship with various aspects and spoke about these different sections, I thought let me give my perspective on what these things mean to me, and what's my perspective. So on the first thing, success and failure. So there's this beautiful quote which says, success is not final, failure is not fatal. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. Such a beautiful quote. I think most often people tend to attach themselves to historical success or historical failure and tend to be in that bubble and not be able to break out of it. And they probably think that historically if there have been a success, that would continue. Historically if there have been a failure, that would continue. That's not the case. The amount of effort that you put in, the amount of hard work that you put in, and there's also an element of luck for sure. And that is going to determine whether there's going to be success or failure. So ensure that you always remember, success is not final, failure is not fatal. Do your work and rest will follow. Right? The second thing, habits and routines. I think one of the first videos that I've done on this channel is related to habits, routines, and the importance of consistency. So this reminds me of a beautiful story on how important habits, routines, and consistency is very, very important. The story goes something like this. So, in a particular university, there's this photography class. There are about 50 students who enroll for this course, and on the first day, the professor breaks down the entire class into 2 groups. Group 1 has a set of 25 people. Group 2 has a set of 25 people. and he assigns them a task which says, by the end of this course, I'm going to evaluate on the most beautiful picture that's taken by either one of the groups. And the task is given to group one is click as many pictures as you want. Click as many pictures as you want. Doesn't matter. And come up with a beautiful picture. And the second group, he told them that you don't have to click many pictures. Just aim for that perfect shot and click that one particular shot and get done with it. So over a period of time, towards the end of the semester, the class comes back, and when the professor looked at the photographs submitted by group 1 and group 2, guess whose photographs were much better? Was it the group which took a lot of pictures, or was it the group 2 which just focused on getting the perfect picture and gave whatever the output was? The answer is group 1. So over a period of time, when they kept taking pictures after picture after picture after picture, I think they understood the nuances that are required in order to get a great picture. And through that iteration, through that routine, through that consistency, they've been able to crack the art of clicking a perfect picture. Whereas group 2 was more focused on, okay, I just need to take one picture, I'll probably do it towards the end of the semester and submit it to the professor. So I think it's a very short parable which kind of emphasizes how important habits, routines, and being consistent are. And I can't overemphasize or emphasize enough in terms of the importance of building good habits, good routines, and being consistent with them. And awareness. Reading through this book, it made me realize, how much aware Ankur is about his thoughts, what those thoughts mean, and what are his reactions to these thoughts. If there's one life skill that everyone should pick up, I would say it is picking up this skill of being aware about what are your thoughts, what does it feel to be in someone else's shoes, what does it mean to understand someone else's perspective, understand what are your thoughts and how it's impacting you, and what are your reactions to those thoughts. Because most often, it's not the situation that we are worried about, it is our reaction to a particular situation or a particular incident is what scares us the most. So to be able to understand, to be able to have this awareness is such an important life skill. And one of the best ways to become more aware is to spend some quality time with yourself by doing meditation, doing some journaling. I think those are great ways in order for you to build your awareness. Number 4, money. Such a crazy topic, I would say. A lot of people think that they are good with money, but I think what I realized over the last few years is managing money and building wealth is not everyone's cup of tea. You might be earning in crores, you might be earning in millions of dollars, but the art of building wealth, the art of personal finance is something that you have to build consciously. And in one of the videos that I made recently, I mentioned that personal finance is a course that needs to be told or be taught in every school and college, so that students, when they get to an age where they are earning money, they make conscious decisions on where to invest, how much to invest, how much to spend, etc. Right? So money, more than money, I think it's wealth, and money and wealth will buy you time, and when you have enough time, you get freedom. Next one, relationships. I can't emphasize enough on how important relationships are in your personal and professional front, and I think this is one of the things which gets ignored the most in our fight or in our hustle to do greater things and run after goals, etc. But I think one thing that we should all realize is, if you have good relationships in our personal life especially, that would translate into your professional life, and it'll make things much more easier for you to attain. Naval Ravikant once said, "A fit body, a calm mind, and a house full of love should be earned." Such a beautiful, beautiful way of putting things into perspective. A house full of love should be earned, which means you need to put time, effort into building relationships, both in a professional and personal front, so that you'll have a meaningful life. And finally, entrepreneurship. To me, entrepreneurship is not just about doing startups, building companies, etc. I think entrepreneurship is a state of mind. It's absolutely a state of mind. You could still be working in any organization, but still be an entrepreneur in your mindset. Be proactive. Be that force in the team, in the organization, who gets things done, and have that entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm pretty sure that's going to help make you leaps and bounds in your career. So these are my thoughts in terms of what I learned. I wouldn't say learned. These are some of my thoughts and perspectives when I read through this book. And with that, if you have read this book, do Epic Shit by Ankur Warikoo. Do let me know in the comment section as to what you thought about this book. And if there is any other favorite book of yours, do mention in the comments as to why it's your favorite book and what you learned and what's your perspective about that book. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.